Okay, so now we get the formalities out the way. Me and Mr. King was having a conversation earlier there before Guilda had walked into the place.
I'm scared.
So no, my whole thing is how, as it kind of correlates to the whole St. Maarten supporting the owner type of way. Other than producing artists and stuff like that, St. Maarten itself as a country, as an island, we ain't really got nothing to provide to the world. What? Me and Mr. King here was talking about
just basically discussing what could St. Maarten produce to kind of step away if you can make it so that tourism is not the main pillar, not the core pillar of our economy. Like, what would be the alternatives? What does the island actually have to provide? What do we produce?
I have 3 alternatives, and one of them could never happen. The one that could never happen is if we somehow revive the salt pond.
That's like saying you're bringing back Jesus from the dead.
Yeah, you feel me? That pond long dead.
Now you gonna offend people who are religious and stuff like that.
Good job. Look, this is the LinkUp podcast. You know what I mean? We speak the truth.
I just saying.
You said it for us.
And
you said it for us.
And from somebody whose brother is in the Nature Foundation and who hears about this topic all day, every day.
Yeah,
that's what I was on there.
That pond there. 2, I think St. Maarten could do a lot more with guava berry. Like, I find that...
Was it you that I was talking to about the rebranding thing? Because I remember I was telling him, and I was like, I know I had this conversation with somebody talking about rebranding it to the youth, trying to make it appealing to the demographic
like
that actually buys it and stuff
you know what I mean?
that.
Like, I find, like, and I don't want to say the ideas I have, because if anybody do it, I'm going to reach back home and I'm going to light up them.
I feel you, 100%.
But there's so much way. Like, first of all, they could piggyback off of tourism to make guava berry bigger than it is. With the cruise ships, with the flights, the airplanes, you know what I mean? And so yeah, rebranding guava berry to make it more international.
You see that, and that's an interesting something, because that's actually something.
Rolando, do not steal my idea.
That's actually something me and Mr. King there was talking about, because I myself approached.
I don't drink guava berry.
No, I don't. We had a time. We had time. We get tossed off of guava berry.
In a joke, that different level.
But no. When I talk about rebranding, it's sad, because I personally, when I was in Vietnam, I was looking for an internship company to think for, and me being from St. Maarten, are they cool? Let me try to put my island on some kind of way. In Vietnam and in Asia in general, the man got a lot of people that drink alcohol. Me, myself, I try to approach Guava Berry, be like, look, I have a certain network over here that will be able to push this thing. So, I approached Guava Berry, I emailed them once, and never get an answer after that. But so my thing is, if you have, this is my thing with St. Maarten. This is what get me vexed with St. Maarten.
You trying to scratch their back, but they don't want to scratch yours.
But not necessarily scratch their back, because everybody will make profit. But they telling the young people, come back. You gotta do this, you gotta do that. But when the young people come in and bringing ideas and bringing things, but yet nobody wants to think, what you want me to come back for?
Okay,
what's the point?
What I mentioned in the song is that I got with cheat code and alto.
That big tune.
Like, Highland lacks it doesn't have no guidance. I mean, I can't remember the exact line right now,
but you know what it is? You know what I learned too with St. Maarten is that a lot of these companies would not help you unless they're getting something significant back. Now, you telling them, look, I have this neck.
They was getting back.
If you getting open to a completely new market and stuff like that.
Yeah, but we just need 1%.
As a company, they ain't gonna care unless you show a concrete plan that is long term, short term. How you gonna monitor it? What's the target group? Target group segmentation, SWOT analysis.
That's fine. I study business. That could have been fine. But if you don't even engage in the possibility of that happening,
that's life.
How you want to get anywhere?
I went through that recently with the Encore freshman competition with certain cell phone companies on St. Maarten. That there's only 2 of them, so everybody know what I'm talking about. I mean, we approached both of them to help. Look, if y'all could send out some mass SMS text to people's phones saying they'll vote for Guilda. You know what I mean? To me, it was a great two-way thing, because it will open up a CSR an opportunity for the company. Like, look, we helping. We actually somewhat care about the island. You know what I mean?
You saying that and seeing this, the amount of support you actually get from St. Maarten, that's why I was so surprised.
Yeah, but I didn't get no support from them though. Like, one had promised, like, yeah, we got you, just tell us when. And then when it was time to go, they wasn't answering. And then the other one pretend not to see an email and then pretend to see it and then didn't answer. So it's like, that just showed me, like, yo, in St. Maarten, there's a lot of things you gotta get it off your own. You know what I mean? And they're gonna come to you when they see it moving, and when they see it moving and they come to you, you just get them this.
But you see,
I feel like that's how
sad.
things go in general, though.
Yeah,
like, little people don't. Like, it's the same. There's been social experiments or whatever about this thing. Like if you got a bum asking somebody for $1 and somebody in the suit asking for $1, you know the dude in the suit don't need $1, but you'd quicker give it to the dude in the suit because you just feel more comfortable. It's like it's a weird way how people set up. It's like
the whole structure of your
once
mind,
there's momentum going, once it's like okay, this is successful, people could get on board and support that, but they want to help it get to that point. I feel like that's more the mindset.
But that's the whole thing. But then why the older ones they're like, oh yeah.
I feel like Guilda just finally get to this point that he been putting in work and people been seeing it and like people been liking it and seeing the thing
but
for 10 years now. So now people finally like, okay,
I can't
Guilda's
say
successful to some degree. We could support this openly because I feel like even Guilda was a controversial figure to some degree.
But that's what I was gonna say. That's messed up.
To me, it's only reason that he get his kind of universal or at least more widespread support and stuff like that from St. Maarten for doing the music and all of that.
But at the same time, ask the man again how many years of F3 the man had to go through. Or people saying that, yeah, this man can't rap, or this man soft, or this man this and this man that. I mean, I ain't been there.
They ain't saying that.
They can't still I know. I mean, they gonna say it still, but that's just obviously pure hate.
Yeah, they hate me. If you don't like me and you say I can't rap, then you just
where facts is concerned, the man got a track record. Because this ain't the first competition he win either.
The man got mixtapes put out, the man got videos, the man been doing performances in different countries
and you know what
the man been building his resume. So I feel like no people feel comfortable in saying like, yo,
but
the man
the
shit
thing
is
too.
dope.
And I had this conversation with
Skillet. But yeah, people don't support you until somebody random else support you, and that's sad, Jed.
The other day I had come across listen to the Dear Jesus track that this man had do on Rick Ross. That song from Rick Ross thing. It's like, yo, this man been dope from since then. Like, it's not something new, basically.
I sorry. This when it comes to I don't see nobody when it comes to rap itself. I don't see nobody. I don't see nobody touching Guilda.
Me as a Maarten rapper as well. I would say that in my opinion, I feel like he currently holds it because like I know that I still have a lot of the man has a lot more. His discography is a lot longer than mine. He put in a lot more work. He been doing it a lot longer than me. So I feel like I kind of still have to catch up. But in my mind is like he is the only person in my mind that's really competition, because I feel like what's the point of me looking at all the other people who rapping on St. Maarten but they're not necessarily as successful or not doing it as good. People don't really like the music like that and things like that. So why would I even be watching these people put them in the competition? I think about them when it comes to idol rap like that.
But you see that, but that's the thing. St. Maarten got this mentality that once you're famous on St. Maarten, then make it.
We win.
Get
a couple hood rats, we good. No, but that's a real complex.
Man popping bottles in Tantra and them kind of ones. That's all good.
That's a real complex.
That's life. That's life.
And the thing is, right, again.
Shout out to Manny.
Shout out to Manny one time. Making money. He did.
What do you mean? Somebody got to eat that.
Manny make money. I can't hate on him. But at the same time, like, again, I was fortunate to be started from so young because I know how low St. Maarten ceiling is, and I hit that ceiling at like 17 when 187 bars was big. And we were doing TINT, we was doing Beat the Monkey, we was doing Shakaran and all this stuff.
Them is two still big tunes. Them
Beat the Monkey,
Beat the Monkey and TINT.
So
them is still big tunes.
When I hit the ceiling, I had to come back down and reinvent myself to go back up, because I just do a interview for Out and About, shout out to Daily Herald. And I say in that interview, I feel like I'm one of the St. Maarten artists that's fortunate that transition with time, that our generation grew up with me, know my music, and the younger ones coming up still like my music. You know? And think of all the older generation rappers on St. Maarten, which younger dudes people listening to them?
True.
You feel me? Like I transition with time with songs like Dance Floor, Party, Drink, and Have Fun.
But not only transition, you move across different genres.
Exactly. So I just like, and that come from studying the game, and a lot of artists back home need to understand that being a rapper is nothing. Being an artist is different. You have to be the complete brand. You have to be able to speak properly. You have to be able to do radio interviews. If they put on a camera and tell you shout out this, you have to be able to switch and talk and do your thing and switch. Like it's so much that go into being a complete artist that is sometimes tiring. And I never forget, there was this time I was by a friend of mine's stepfather house, and the stepfather is a well-known businessman. I think he like the owner of Winroad Roads or something. And when he spoke to me, like I was speaking to the friends in my accent, but then when he speak to me, but I was like, yeah, so you know, I do this, I switch it so fast, and it was like, yo, how you know to do that so good?
It's an interesting thing though, because at the same, like, I feel like it's a contentious thing because some people appreciate it, they understand it, they get why and understand the need for the code switching and understand that it's just basic. Like if you understand the goal of communication is to get the message across effectively and understand
Shannon Weaver model is really that simple.
Understand the audience that you're speaking to and adjust your lingo, whatever, I forget the word.
Your vernacular, in a sense.
Yeah,
your
I was
accent.
thinking the other word, you know, when you're using specific. Anyway, you know what I mean, but basically switching up the way you speak according to the audience.
Exactly.
But that's one of the main things in public speaking. As one
Kanye is somebody that I know got a lot of flack for it. Because like when he would do interviews with certain, if it's a white interviewer, for example,
you have to switch. Like people would say that as selling out, and I see that on St. Maarten a lot. Like, oh wow, you don't rap like that. I got rapping our accent. I'm like, bro, if we rapping we accent, who the hell gonna understand us in Holland?
But it's good that you mentioned that because I wanted to ask you
I
something.
Go ahead.
So now, where you see how you feel your international fans feel like when you rap in like
they love it, but it have to be to an extent. You have to understand, right? There's a fine line between being proud and rapping in your accent and want to share it to people and getting the message across. At the end of the day, when you make a song, to me, when I make a song, I have a goal and I want them to feel this way. No, Shannon Weaver model, basic modeling communication. You have the message, the sender, noise and receiver. You understand? The noise in this thing happens to be our accent. That's the noise. Noise being something that could distort the message that the receiver can't fully understand. That would be our accent. If I doing a song for people in Holland, I can't be, unless is the certain genre, exactly. Not even that. It depends on the beat. If I on a Caribbean type beat, it's okay to speak in my accent. They ain't gonna care. Yes, that could a beat gonna drive it. But if I rapping like on Hold Up, you know what I mean? If I say, haters hating what you talking about, smoking on that weed they gave me cotton mouth, and I switch it. All them man them talking what they talking about. That's accent back WW. So it's when you pitch it in now and then, they appreciate it more because like, what's that? Well, now we open the conversation. Where he from? Why is that? But if you give them the whole accent down their throat, they're going to be less inclined to listen to it because, let's be real, if you don't understand something, you're not going to listen to it.
To me,
music is a little bit different without it.
It's literally just like, why... When Rihanna and Drake dropped the song Work and stuff like that, there was different versions that I'd be like, oh, there's all these memes or whatever, but like, oh, she not speaking English, why don't she speak English? Because she finally tried to come up with Island Thing. But aside from that, it's like when you see, I remember there was this dude, there was multiple people that did covers or whatever, singing and thing and pronouncing it in more of a typical traditional American accent and stuff like that. To certain people, it depends though. It depends who you pay attention to, and if you look at certain, that might be why you think you island person, you understood the original version fine. You didn't feel like there was a need to whitewash the accent and try to water it down and make it more Americanized to clear to understand.
Just like everybody else, it's like, and I say the chorus after.
Yeah, but again, go ahead.
To the audience, who's the majority of consumers, most of who consume music, regardless of whether we like it or not, is white people.
That's real. It's white
people.
The
facts are like who pays for music and stuff like that.
But that's because there's a majority.
In certain countries, where you in the developed nations where the music industry is
mostly like, profound, majority.
So it's a sad thing. I personally feel like it's a sad thing, and I really don't like I personally feel like I don't like artists compromising the art. I don't feel like you should make the art that you want to make. Make what drives you, make what you're passionate about, make what inspires you. I personally feel like that should be the number one deciding factor or driving motivation for an artist to make art, to create art.
But you're right. But that is 100% right.
Balance it with the business has always been something.
But then what's the goal? Now, again, I can say you say work.
Different artists.
You say work from Rihanna and Drake. Again, the beat. it's okay for them to talk that way on that beat.
Yeah,
if
but
you say
even
beautiful
Rihanna,
girls
even
from Sean
Rihanna,
Kingston,
even Rihanna, who was known, who came in the game with Pandy Replay and shit like that, who is like
Yeah, but if you
the
listen-
island
but-
side
but
is
part
well
of the beat-
embraced. She just only choose to bring it out certain time because she understand that same thing.
But
It's
then,
like,
but
yo,
then that kind of stuff.
island people is not who buying music like
But you
that.
see,
These ain't-
but
Straight
that going to Guilda point to a certain extent too, because you have to find a balance between the two. Because look at
have you heard my music? I do the same thing.
Yeah, but the thing is,
it is everything is about balance.
we use the example word from Rihanna and Drake. If you look at it, Rihanna had her island side, and Drake bring out the
want to be island side.
Well, want to be, yeah, but the more American, easy to understand type
Yeah, watered down version of it.
lyrics
Look
and,
at,
and stuff
look
like
at
that.
reggae and stuff. Bob Marley. If Bob Marley used to had sound like Buju Banton, he would never have had the success that he's had. Bob Marley is undisputably the biggest reggae artist
Yeah,
ever.
but I don't
Because he pronounces his words clearly. You could understand what he
articulates it.
says.
No, but you
he
see,
sounds a lot more closer to American than a
But you have to
Buju
understand,
Banton or a Bounty Killer.
Bob Marley spent a lot of his musical
you-
career in America too, so he was influenced
Yeah,
by
but
that.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Not only that is a type of music as well. Yo, reggae in general is a
There
lot
hasn't-
easier to understand and dance all that.
that is true.
Yes, true.
But
I
but
give you that.
is the type of music as well that we
They got reggae artists who got a who sound more like a Buju Banton or a Bounty Killer. They got reggae man them that have more of that type of sound in their music and thing. I can't think of no artists off the top of my mind
I'll
right
give you
now.
an example again with the island accent, Rock City. You understand? Now everybody gonna be like, yeah, but Gilda them man blow up.
The
Cool,
man abuse it sparingly.
cool.
It's finding
But
a
I got
balance.
to ask you this. Locked, and these guys, I know they DJ Deli Bang, shout out to them. The song Locked Away with Adam Levine, right? The fact that Adam Levine is on it and the beat is so pop, you understand? Like, that's a big tune. That's taking nothing away from the man. And the man does use the island accent flawlessly. But then again, when was the last time you hear, exactly right, shout out to them. When was the last time you hear a rap song, like rapping, in island accent, crack the
That
top
sound
10?
good? Oh, crap top. Like,
None.
nah. Like that shit.
That's again. So again, it comes down to what you want to do. Yeah, I mean,
How
with the
far you
song,
wanna make it.
how far you want that song to go. Me personally, I a communication student. Gary, you're a communication student. We all about getting the message across. And if I have to rap, just pitch it in a little bit, use some twang in it, and I mean, then I going to do that because I know for the majority of the fact of people up here in Holland, in the Netherlands, they understand American UK English more than they understand we English.
But it's the same. But it's practically the same thing.
I have heard though.
That don't make sense to me. Wait.
What up?
That comment don't make sense to me.
How?
They understand UK English
And American English.
Okay, American
Especially
English, yeah.
American English
But-
because the biggest stars are from
But
America.
UK
Most
you-
medias
a lot-
distributed
Yeah,
or
exactly.
created
That's,
in
America,
that's
yeah.
understandable. But I don't find them UK man sound almost just like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because,
Because I was just
UK
going
is
to say
most
the
of the
same
UK
thing,
settlement
like-
is Jamaican.
Like I've
From the
heard
colonies,
from
yeah.
before that the
Yeah.
way I talk, like I sound like somebody from the UK because like I have this weird mix of like sounding kind of Americanish at certain points, but then like I feel like my island accent has gotten a lot watered down since I leave Siman, just basically because I don't be around a lot of Siman people. Like just really don't. I'm always alone and
But
I just chilling by myself, and it's just American media I'm consuming. And being in an international environment in school, you speak a little more American and stuff like that. So classmates or people around you couldn't understand and stuff like
Young
that.
Kana
Now you
country
see,
back
now you
home.
see that same ideology apply that to music. You sick and tired of people being like, "Yo, what you say?" Okay, let me just put it in a way that you
But
understand.
yeah, no.
You understand? That's literally it.
All you had that for me is a little bit easier, I guess, because I grew up in a private school. So having to speak properly and articulate was a normal something every day, and then going back. Imagine, I used to get teased and met for talking American back when I was smaller.
And honestly, like
I had
for
to,
a,
learn,
for
I
a
had to
long
learn
time,
to speak. Imagine that I had to learn to speak island.
honestly, for a long time, I was against people that spoke more Americanish and stuff like that because to me it came off like you're not American. Why are you trying to speak like them? It to me it was more of like, do you not have pride in your own way of speaking, or like. To me, that's basically what it more came off of when I heard certain people like there's one particular female I could think of that's like every time I used to hear her talk, I just feel like slapping her. Like, you bounce, man. You live here your whole life. You're a black person. Stop speaking.
He doesn't
like that.
condone hitting women,
But
though.
No.
Let's just clear that up.
Let's get out there.
His Highness does not hit women.
This is not that kind of podcast.
It's in the 15th century. We good.
It just used to aggravate me so much every time I hear her speak that way, and it's like, no, I just catch myself slipping into it myself to some degree, like.
Because then you get older, you learn that coming up on St. Martin, we influenced by Western media. Like our commercials, our TV watches
like,
Western. So
I've been knowing the
that's just how it
influence,
is.
but I mean,
and again,
I just didn't want to give into it to some degree.
Me personally, like I look at it like this. I don't know speak Dutch, so I can't rap in Dutch. Yeah. So that's one way they can understand me. Yeah. So one way they can understand me is if I rap either in perfect English and mix my little island twang in it, it gonna make me interesting. Oh, he raps in English, but he chose this in. Where is he from? That opens the conversation. You from the UK? We're from St. Martin. Where's St. Martin? Da-da-da-da. When I write Big Man Thing in the studio, they was like, yo, you from the UK? I was like, no. That's an island thing. Like Big Man Thing is ours. Like back home,
they get that from us.
And no disrespect to the UK,
not us, but Jamaica. But
you know what I mean. But it's an island thing, and people would actually know the majority of UK older heads is from Jamaica, or like have island influence. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of the stuff they say sound like they're from the islands. You understand? So it's like, I don't know, it's weird. And then the way the music industry set up is now that the island thing is the popular thing to go now if you want a top 100
and
hit.
That does
it's so annoying.
Tropical pop.
It's a tropical.
What the hell
pop.
is how? What the hell are you? Please, are you music people? Please explain to me what the hell is pop.
The labels give these names to these genres to make it more acceptable for white people to buy it.
So dancehall. So what's the dancehall?
Dancehall is dancehall.
It's literally the same conversation we've just been having. This is just that same conversation, just in a slightly different context. Now you put music into it. The same thing you're talking about with language. You're trying to make it more interesting, like for the mainstream audience, like for the majority of the dominant society to like it. More
digestible,
of course, because if you go to Alabama and say, I have this dancehall record from Alkaline, they're gonna be like, what? But if you say, oh, there's a tropical pop record from Alkaline, oh, they're gonna be like, oh, tropical pop, it has pop in it, so I don't buy it. Exactly. That's literally it. Yo, everything in life is how you package it now. People don't understand that if you package it right, you could get somebody to buy
delivery just as important as the message.
It's also the same thing. Is the reason why you would have sometimes, for example, you look at a police brutality case, right? White people don't understand it until the situation is turned and there's a little white kid involved that got shot down by police brutality innocently, and now and all of a sudden they could hear and sympathize with what black people been talking about for forever knows who knows how long.
Right.
And it's like, or why they say like Jesse Williams' speech was so effective at the Oscars or whatever it was that whatever
his
award speech. I forget what award he was getting, but why they say that was so thing is because like when you're a biracial person or you kind of in between, you got that, I don't know, it's kind of like the Avatar, like the Last Airbender type of dude, you know, you got a piece of all the nations and stuff like that, and that allows you to be that unifying force that could speak and bring peace between everybody or whatever.
I don't know if you relate to it as much as I do, Gary, but as somebody who is somewhat biracial, because my mother makes my father black, it depends on you as a person or how really you want to take that on, because you could because it was either the white people think you're black, the black people calling you white. So if you as yourself don't find it as your own, like a comfort within you, you will never feel comfortable with either on either side, because no side don't necessarily claim you.
I remember having these conversations with my ex, because you know her being biracial and thing, Aruba chick, you know. Like she would tell me the same thing. Like she didn't know which side she belonged on, basically, because of like what you just said is like you're too black for the white. You're too black to be white.
I think I could agree with that completely, because again, I went private school. My classroom was only white people. It was only white kids. So I used to have to deal with that, and then I being a little black boy in the school, I went from straight from kindergarten to high school. I been one of the only black children in the class. And then have to go back home and ever to the thing where
black people.
Where it's mostly black people that I consider the white one.
Yeah.
So it's like where if you don't have that mental fortitude to say screw everybody, you're gonna fall somewhere in the matrix, Jad.
Yeah, it is a matrix. It's a complex situation that is very touchy to a lot of people. But What you could do.
All right, that's it. It all depends on how you choose to look at it. But I find is what Guilda say. You have to find a balance between the two, Jack. Because it's the same thing with this podcast. Because while we here advertising and targeting towards I guess you could say Caribbean people, we would still want other people around the world to be listening to it as well. Because it's not just Caribbean topics we'll be talking about. It's popular culture in general. So we would
happens to be relevant at the time.
Exactly. So we have to find that balance in order, whether it's just the island slang we're using, or we go into thing and bring a more international viewer to the show. You check. So we have to see whether we're going to continue to yank.
It's something that I think about, but I mean, when I think about that, like, or at least to answer that, then I feel like I just think about what Nipsey Hussle was talking about. I know it's a slightly different thing, but his philosophy as to why he was successful and thing, he was like, he knew the importance of like LA in general when it comes to the music scene or the media industry and stuff like that. How like he knew that it was a hub basically, but just talking about Sloss and Crenshaw and like he really made it clear where he was from, and he started until like pushing that word of like this my hood and repping it and making sure people know the hood and stuff like that, and kind of just doing it for the hood to some degree. But he knew that it was always gonna grow from there. Cause like once you got a hood, then you get a street. Well, once you got your street, then you get a hood, then you get the district or whatever and stuff like that, and you kind of grow from there. If you could get these people to like your music, to support it, and you putting on for your city and stuff like that. So I just kind of think like you start with the base first. Like all artists to some degree, even in music, is like you gotta satisfy the core. You could branch out and do other things, but I mean, you gotta satisfy the core. At least I think.
For all those that are listening, give us your opinion in the comments. Leave us know if you think what you think is best. Whether you gotta keep the whole island slang, or you gotta learn to adapt and incorporate.
I think week by week you adapt, and at the same time you just be mindful of some people that probably just don't understand what we're saying. So you have to mix it. You have to balance it. You know, that's just my opinion. Right. But that's with everything in communication.
I agree. But to me, that's life in general.
Yeah, you can't go to a meeting in Japan like you're going on G. So this is what we're going to check.
Trust me, no, you can't.
Yeah.
If it's one person that knows, it's me. No, you cannot.
I mean, I just see it as like right now this is a simple session of like three homies. We all from the same hood. We all understand each other. We know that we talk like this and everything. I feel like in a situation like this is fine. But I mean, if you had a different guest up here, somebody from outside the culture and stuff like that, in that situation, like naturally, I would speak more understandable or whatever to be able to converse with them. Yeah, but to me, it's like if you don't like something, don't watch it. To me is like that's just my kind of way of operating. If I see that, for example, there's some kind of a white supremacist page or whatever and thing, and they're saying a whole lot of things I don't agree with or something like that, I'll just be like, alright, cool. Well, y'all still over there. I'll just not watch y'all page or like whatever it is that y'all do and not interact with it in that way. So if
but you find that might be a little bit dangerous.
I know that's an extreme example, but I mean,
it might be.
I'm not trying to alienate the world or whatever, but to me it's like at the same time, like I said, I just believe that an artist should have their artistic integrity, but should keep their artistic integrity intact. I understand that there's needs to pay bills or whatever, so you gotta find a way to still be able to be true to yourself, but play within the confines of certain rules and thing or limitations or whatever. I get that, but to me, I just don't want it to be that, okay, the core of the show is lost, which is like trying to be that Caribbean voice to some degree, because we so caught up with trying to appeal to as much people as possible, because you'll never get everybody.
That's true.
Somebody gonna like you, somebody is not going to like you. And I personally think the strength in the internet is niche content. Like the internet allows people from all over the world to find something that might be so specific and so odd, like they don't know.
Like,
it's like,
but at the same,
might be a small audience. Yes, it might be a smaller audience than maybe the Breakfast Club or whatever it is. But
but I mean, at the same time, we have to make sure that we put in our content in there that would be somewhat digestible to not only our core audience, but to anybody that might be able to pick it up. 'Cause I mean, we're doing this for a reason. I mean, it's a platform and stuff like that, but the bigger our platform get, the more people we can can help.
True, for sure.
You check it out. So we can't really hinder ourselves with just that either, because
It's
Just
all
like-
balance. It's all
Again,
balance.
just like everything else, the more
Trying to maintain the artistic integrity while still paying bills or whatever.
is
The
that.
same conversation all over
Is
again.
that.
So you see, balance is key.
Speaking of balance, so since I have a question.
Balance.
Okay, then so cooking. What to change the topic, right? What are you thinking about this Usher case, like? What are your opinions about it? Are you hear about this? Seth?
The whole.
Usher, they're giving us.
But one of the girls actually come out as to being that she was lying about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Which-
that was
which
a new
one?
twist.
One of
I saw
some fat chick.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to say the word.
Hey, sorry.
I'm now the one kind of concerned with be politically correct. And I was thinking obese, like what?
Nah. You know, I catch a lot of flack from my girlfriend from that. She like, oh, how it is you always a car girl. So I'm like, well, I'm like Charlamagne, like, yo, I think I helping them. They should get in the gym. Like, but no,
I don't agree with that. There's a different way to do it.
On some G shit. I don't make fun of fat people, you know, because some people literally can't help it. Like, some people literally have a medical condition where they can't get rid of weight.
Listen,
and I learned that through my girlfriend. I didn't know that was a thing.
That
Yeah.
is my standpoint in general. But to me, those is rare cases. Like, I'm not going to make rules for the outlier situations, in a sense. Like, if I'm making a statement, I know it's not good to generalize and thing, but if I say being fat isn't a good thing, generally speaking, in 90% of cases, being fat is something that it's not a good thing, and most of the time it's something that you're able to do it unless you have a thyroid situation where your hormones don't work properly, so you're not able to maintain your metabolism is just completely shit basically, and you literally cannot lose weight. It doesn't matter how much you exercise and stuff like that. If it's that type of situation, I understand. I'll have understanding and sympathy in that case. But generally speaking, if you're a big person and you don't want to be big, do something about it. If you big and you cool with being big, then ain't no problem.
Just like if you lying about Usher giving you STDs, you should stop lying. Like that from day one when I read that, I knew it was a lie.
But you see, my thing is now I hear that he don't have it.
I didn't look. Yeah, that was a statement I just saw came out recently.
But
or whatever,
you know it's a lie. It's a whole nother scheme to just tarnish a black dude. Like,
No, but rather thing, they had.
That's where I was kind of leaning to halfway, but I was just more on the side of like, yo, I really don't give a fuck if Usher has whatever. So I wasn't even looking into the situation that deeply. I was like, okay, well, I'll wait until some more real news come along.
I was laughing at the memes.
I wasn't paying attention to it.
Laughing at the memes.
I'm not giving Usher having STDs the time of day.
Exactly.
Like,
that's the type of vibe I was on. To me, it's like the
and
man
then
makes great music.
The whole thing with R. Kelly called, I was like, listen,
yo, that.
listen, y'all gonna not make me take somebody who makes Step in the Name of Love, Fiesta, Snake, Chopped in the Closet makes a lot of sense.
No.
Chopped in the Closet makes a lot of sense. No,
I'm sorry. You could not. No. You could not compare this man music to what he has done. That you telling me you supported somebody who pee and come at a 14-year-old
No, first of
at
all,
the same time. Really? That?
First of all,
really?
Allegedly.
No. You can't say allegedly.
We see the tape.
Exactly. Man, see the tape. You cannot say allegedly.
I did not see the tape.
I see the tape.
I see the tape.
First of all,
According to me, but they did not say that this child pornography was like,
but that's a whole thing.
My thing is, before Shaw make me to be like some type of supporter of child molestation, I don't support anything R. Kelly do. Okay. Second of all, peeing and coming again, that's talent. You can't do that. That's effort. Like, dog, how do you do that? We men, you know when you bust a nut, that is it to me.
The talent is completely negated once it was a 14-year-old girl.
I feel you on that, but that was long ago. We still danced to Fiesta. We were still dancing to that.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, but why I was saying that, because like what Guilda was saying was almost what a lot of people saying online. Like, yeah, it don't matter what he was doing now. He still had the big tunes like "Step in the Name of Love" and all kind of things. But no, dog, that does not give way to the fact of what he was doing.
There's the artist and then there's the art.
Exactly.
We can appreciate the art. We can appreciate the art without necessarily appreciating the artist.
The person that do it. Exactly.
Okay. So Kanye
makes amazing music.
But he's an asshole.
Are you man is
agree.
Are you man is rappers and things like that? Let me ask this question: how far apart do you have to keep the art away from the artist? Because at a certain point, ain't one in the same.
But that's subjective.
It is to some degree. It is to some degree. But like many times if I'm writing a song, it may not be specifically, it may not be exactly something I went through or whatever, but that I expressed it. Like, just because I express it doesn't, like, and any other, like, in rap, I feel like it's the only genre of music where people actually expect the person who's saying the words to have written it and lived the life or whatever that those words is in detailing.
But
every other genre of music is perfectly acceptable for some other person that you might have never even met or whatever to write you a song expressing all kind of emotions, and then you sing the song and it's just like...
No, I think in rap is a little bit more hidden.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing happens. The same thing happens.
Because look at
to
it.
Some degree.
How many people we know that so quote unquote rappers that don't rap? I mean, ain't about the life that they rapping about.
That is true.
Yeah,
but the song sound hella good.
It started. You know, it originally started with people who were just expressing themselves because there wasn't no money involved.
Okay, so
when people started to see like, yo, there is actually a path out of poverty and stuff like that, because once success started to come from the rap game, then I feel like is when things started to change and when people started to become more fake, or I guess I felt the need to then try to live a certain lifestyle, rap about certain things that may not necessarily be what they're doing, because they saw that, okay, this is what people was rapping about and this is what's successful. And
in other words, fake it till you make it. That's where that saying come from.
Yeah,
it
but
just creates a cycle.
That fake it till you make it, I don't find that could go for rap, because what you do? No,
That's rap. I think rap is one of the originators of fake.
Okay, let me explain that. Where I mean by that, I more mean that the fact that if you saying that, yeah, you doing this and you killing this and you shooting this and you moving these kind of drugs, what you gonna do? You fake it till you make it, so you keep rapping about it until you actually start doing those things?
No,
you fake it till you make it. Exactly, make it as in paid.
But I talk about context now, because we separated the art from the artist. So that means whatever it is they're talking about, as whatever you singing about in your song.
But I mean, the reason
that has to be you as well, no?
It started, I feel like hip hop at least started out that way. That was what I was saying. Like, hip hop started that way. Then it got kind of, once people saw that hip hop can be profitable, because nobody knew, hip hop wasn't accepted as mainstream. Hip hop was like,
for a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget MTV wouldn't even play hip hop.
All of those type of things is like, hip hop went through a lot of stages before it got to like the 2000, like late 90s, 2000. That's when people started really making money off of hip hop. And so, well, not exactly, but I mean,
I always say late 90s, the 80s too, because you had...
But then again, let me ask you, are you could support an artist that don't deliver a message that you agree with?
I think like, with this topic, I think on Cardi B. I was just having this discussion. Cardi B, I don't like her as a person.
If you wanted to.
That's a fucking tune.
That's a big fucking tune.
Stop it.
I don't want my daughter to be Cardi B. I do not want my daughter to be
But
Cardi B.
wait.
But that's a big fucking tune.
Time out.
I like her music.
Time out.
I think she's dope. Like her story, everything that she went through all of her life is perfect for a hip hop artist. I like Cardi B, the artist.
When you say you wouldn't want your daughter to be like Cardi B, what do you mean by that? Because I personally find,
I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, a female, and she broke it down simple. A lot of people, they say like, yeah, they want to keep the children off the pole and things like this. Charlamagne and them were talking about this on the Breakfast Club recently, like, you know, most guys or whatever don't want their daughter to end up on a strip in a strip club or nothing like that. Chris Rock made a joke about it, blah blah blah, whatever. But the bottom line is, if it comes to that point, that basically means you failed as a parent. You fucking failed.
What? Why?
Plain and simple.
No.
If it comes to the point,
I can't agree with that.
Why is it? Listen,
I can't agree with that.
Generally speaking, it was during the Janet Mock interview, a transgender person that was on the Breakfast Club.
That whole crap.
While she was talking about it, because she broke it down so eloquently that is like, yo, if my daughter explained it to me that way, I can't even hate on her if she tell me like, yo, I'm stripping, because like we come from. I can't say that I don't know that exactly how she said it, but to summarize it was something along the lines of, we from low, we ain't got shit, so we got to do what we have to do so that we can make it in some way. Like, and it's just, I'm choosing to use my body as a young woman or whatever to go into this profession that is just a profession like any other to some degree. I know the image and the stigma around it might be different now, whatever, but I'm going to a place, I show up there, I dance, I leave, I go home, I take my money. It's a job like anything. It's just put there. The person may be undressed or whatever. It's quote unquote disrespectful, or like whatever it is however you want to call it. It's like,
but why would that be a translation of you feeling as a parent?
Because you didn't do a good enough job. You wasn't successful enough to make sure that your daughter wasn't in a situation that she felt that was a necessity.
Exactly.
Because generally speaking, most people who go into stripping ain't doing it
because it's a good career choice.
It's like, if it was up to them, if there was another option.
And Cardi B does say that. Cardi B does say that. She don't want to be on the pole her whole life.
Okay, okay, wait. There's two things I want.
Paying my way to college.
There's two things I want to address there. First, you had say, you don't want your daughter to necessarily be like a Cardi B.
No.
But
I like her music.
But okay, cool. But can you not agree with the fact that Cardi B is actually progressing in life?
Of course.
Yes. From being on the pole to now not, especially the fact that she's saying, yeah, I don't have to dance anymore. I make money moves.
But what Gary said is, if you could prevent it, if you could prevent it, then why not?
All right, that's something else. All right, cool.
As a parent, is your job to try to provide for your parent to make whatever.
Yeah, that's not an option.
Provide a good life for them.
You're saying that now. So now, we here in this room. We might grow up together, right? We all know people who have the most angelic of parents that turn out to be drug dealers still. So you mean to tell me they fail as a parent too? It's the same concept, dog. And that to me that's unfair.
It's different. As I said, there's a difference between necessity. If if you don't have any resources, you don't got access to good opportunities, you can't get no other job or something like that, and you telling me like, okay, you decide like your body is the one thing that you have. You was blessed to be a chick that with like all the curves in the world and thing, and you choose tell me like, okay, I'm going to strip because, as I said, out of necessity. That's a different thing than telling me like, yo, you was raised, you had good parents, you come from your parents was both middle class, like upstanding citizens and stuff like that, and you choose to go and sell drugs. That's a completely different scenario.
Yeah, different. That you can't measure.
But again, but that's the same.
But that's a different scenario.
But that's the same situation we talk.
We know you fail if you failed. If you simply cannot, you literally cannot provide. As a parent, to me, is your job to provide for your child.
Yeah.
And college, all of that, whatever is included. If your child has to go to stripping and stuff like that to try to pay her way through college, you obviously wasn't balling enough to have this money stashed away and stuff. You as a parent, you failed.
But to say if you provide for your kid. And right, they choose to go sell drugs. That ain't the parent feeling.
No, but then
that's the child feeling.
You don't find that still a little bit unfair because then you put the economic value on being a parent. You telling me that just because the parent didn't make enough money to the fact that I couldn't help you because you still have to. I couldn't help you financially because you still have to go strip to do whatever it is you want to do. I mean, I feel as a parent.
Yeah. I mean, that's one. But that's one fraction.
Why are you having this child if you can't take care of it? But did you not know that college, like food, housing, shelter, clothing, college, education, all of these things is part of providing for a child?
So we know in life, being up here especially, shit happens. You can't plan for everything. So suppose I didn't have a good...
I don't agree with that.
How you mean?
Reason why?
Wait. Before
when it comes to having a child...
Screw your topic.
Before you start. So you telling me, if I could have a good... Look at... Let's take the crash, the market crash a couple years ago. So you telling me I have a good job, I have everything going good. All of a sudden, the economic world is fucked. I lose my job, I lose my house and all that kind of thing. My children still in college at that point in time. So you mean to tell me because I cannot provide for my child?
It's a sad story.
But that means I feel as a parent. Nah, dog, you can't. But it's external.
Is your? I understand. You might say whatever. You could bring it back. Why did you not plan for it? Why was there no savings aside and stuff like that?
That's a Dutch way of thinking. There's always a way that you could have prevented.
Okay, no, but
you look at. I mean, I know that life happens and shit like that, but all of it is still excuses at the end of the day.
I guess
explanations, reasons, whatever you want to call them, excuses as to why the result that we was hoping for did not happen. The key there is the result that we was hoping for did not happen. Meaning, ensuring a good life for my child. Did not happen.
So is not a possibility that could happen due to factors that's out of your control?
Yeah.
That
don't change my personal standpoint. My personal belief that as a parent, you're supposed to provide for your child. I'm not saying your child ain't supposed to do anything in life and everything just supposed to be handed to them or whatever.
But that's the thing. When does the child become accountable for their own life then? That's my next question. Because that's like saying, you could do and provide as much as you want, but then the child still gotta make their own decisions. You could put all the in. I could put all the good values and lessons and stuff like that, but my child could still do dumb shit.
No, you see, no, I could speak on the standpoint from my parents. We ain't grew up rich, you know what I mean? I think we still renting a house to this day. So we ain't grew up rich by any stretch of the imagination. My mother ain't balling, or my father ain't balling like that at all. You know what I mean? My brother, you know what I mean? He working logical, he paying for your dog to do anything. But when I need something up here, if my mother don't have it, like if it's her last 20, she would send it to me, even though I would be like, yo, I would give it back to you. She wouldn't even think. You understand? She would drop everything and be like, yo, I'm sending you that 20.
Of course.
Yeah,
okay.
check. So no.
Shout out Mama Jackie.
So no. That to me, I would call that, to me personally, I would call that success as a parent, because no matter if you have it or not, if you have, even if she don't have it, she still makes sure provide if she could at that thing. And what Gary's saying, as a parent, you supposed to be able to provide for your child.
But that's the thing. Why are we just talking about it as a monetary value? Why are we just talking as a financial something?
This comes from the perspective of
parenting ain't just more than that.
But we start on a monetary thing. You know, we started with Cardi B, stripping is money.
If you want to be of the mindset that, because this is referencing to what Charlemagne was talking about and referencing the Chris Rock joke and stuff like that, that nobody wants the child on the pole and stuff like that.
Agreed.
Most parents most fathers specifically don't want their daughter growing up on the pole. Yeah. That was the origin.
A bit ironic seeing that the most men in the strip clubs, I mean, the most people in the strip clubs would be men, but hey.
But
that's just like.
Then is like, the person that I was talking to, she was basically saying, if you want to have that mindset, then you also need to keep in mind that if she does end up on the strip club or in the strip pole, you basically failed.
No.
If you saying the same thing.
No, but you see, I agree with Sean Wade say what to say if she end up on a pole, I don't mean you fail, because she could be an amazing person. She could be helping foster kids on the side with a strip club money. So that don't mean you fail as a parent.
She could be doing great things.
But that don't mean you fail as a parent.
If you saying that your number one job is to keep your daughter off the pole, which basically means you trying to impose.
Okay, that's if you say that.
That's what I just said.
Okay,
sorry. Starting from the origin point of the Chris Rock joke, that's what Charlemagne and Envy was talking about during the Janet Mark interview.
But I think I understand what you mean a little bit more now. But then like, that should not. But that should not be even as a father to a daughter. That should not be your main goal. That should be our goal, yes, but that should not be the main goal, because if your main goal is supposed to be providing the proper values and what that other word called? Proper moral and values into your child, regardless male or female. Once you do that, they're going to be able to make their own decisions whether they're going to go on the pole or not, because they're going to see that that is. I'm not going to say it's morally wrong, because it's your body. You have free to do what you want to do. I ain't discriminating against no strippers.
Open for real.
Jesus Christ. But it's not the quote unquote normal route. Let's say it that way.
It's not a traditional job.
Yeah, it's not a traditional job. But then on the same note, you don't. Just because you're a stripper does not mean that you fucking.
And that's exactly why this chick was breaking down during the interview. It was like, listen, I just choose as a person with very little opportunity and no necessarily resources at my disposal for me to make money I had nothing else to work with in my body. So it's like I made the choice of my own free will to pursue this profession so that I could pay my way through college and this and that, and that's just what it was. It was literally just a job that I was going to.
Let me ask how it is though. A lot of those girls are eating like stripping and stuff. That be stripping and stuff like that. Are you think his ego is why they stripping? Because think about it. You mean to tell me that like even a housekeeping job or like a cleaner?
I believe it's society most of the time.
Like you could do that instead of stripping.
No, but look at what's popping. If you go on Instagram Explore page, the bartenders,
it's true.
The strippers is the one that got Bentleys.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So
strippers making more money than us.
You looking like, so wait, as a young girl coming up, you got a nice body, you ain't got no money, but you want to get it. You go into your Instagram Explore page, you see Bernice and Cardi B and these girls, and you're like, okay, so I'm going to clean a house and make this much, and all I gotta do is shake my ass on the pole and make that much. It's simple math.
Honestly, why do people sell drugs? Is it not wrong?
But yeah.
But from an intelligent standpoint, can you tell a person that selling weed, selling drugs is not lucrative?
I'm proud of you with that one. I'm proud of you with that one.
Deep.
I'm proud of you. I know you was gonna say there. You changed yourself. I'm proud of you.
Switch up.
Like, would you not? You can't tell that person that drugs, weed, whatever it may be, is not a lucrative business. And if you're trying to if the goal is money, if that's the end goal, and generally speaking, the way society tries to paint it is like in life, that is basically how like life comes down to. If you're getting at that money, because you got how many people in top positions and stuff like that aren't super supremely educated or nothing like that. It just came to them having money, and
money is what make the world go around. But to me in life,
I call it vagina, but I mean
I say vagina is the root of all evil. That's what I say. But
that could be debatable.
I'm just saying, Super Mario fall on a lot of holes to say princess. A lot of empires fall because of pussy.
Yeah,
a lot of drug deals went wrong because of pussy. A lot of boys beef because of pussy. Listen, and I always say this: when women, all women just collectively wake up or they sleep at the same time.
But then that's Chirac. That basically like you trying to say that what's
because that story is true. That story of the Chirac movie was based on
I don't know the story.
It was a terrible movie.
Somebody explain
it was interestingly told in
But you know that was based on a real thing, right? Like they take that from a old acting play that was based on a true event, so that it was basically people was having wars and stuff like that.
Women go on strike and basically be like nobody getting no pussy
Sex until everybody
get shit together.
And they stop. And they literally
if
stop.
If y'all don't stop killing people out in these streets or whatever, nobody get
But you don't think that would it not lead to like more rapes and shit?
No, not to me.
Why?
In this generation, because man just ignorant now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man stupid.
In this generation,
that can't work now.
You understand? But you have to remember, back in them days, they used to use sex as literally money in the Roman Empire. Like, oh, I want that land over there, so what you can give me? I give you 2 virgins and a man. And it's like,
what? A man?
Don't you read up? Dead ass. Like, read on it. That's how things used to get settled with sex. Sex was like, because that's what I'm saying. Sex, we treat now the way the society is, we got sex as just we just do it or whatever. But sex is so powerful.
That all is what, like, when you think of the same thing, a similar example, then, like, in the time, in medieval times, for example, is like the amount of, with kings and queens, it basically just was marriage was all about, and you coming to joining empires and whatever, and it all basically came to you gotta consummate that marriage, have that child,
politics.
create the heir,
it was
and
all
all
politics.
of that.
Yeah, politics was involved.
All politics.
I mean, it still comes down to like a big part of it was just the consummation of that marriage and you solidifying that with this child and thing, and that signifies that okay, these people is united. Like the importance of just them people sleeping together on their marriage night, conceiving a child, all of that.
Yeah.
Like,
but I don't know. I still don't find that the parenting has more or less because again, like my question: when does the child get to take responsibility for his own sex? So you mean to tell me?
My mother would say when you pay your own damn bills, when you can take them down.
I personally feel like I've been taking. For me personally, I had to take accountability. I take responsibility for my actions. I don't even know. From the time I was young, because there was so many things my mother was telling me not to do that I intentionally made the choice to do, and it's like
me too.
I can't fuck my mother for.
But that's why I say, yo, my mother, hey, big up Shirley, big up. My mother is one of the most sweetest people you could ever meet, and you could ask anybody that been by my house, they'll tell you the same thing. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of dumb crap in my life. That's no way or form reflection of my mother and my father in general. Because I had
everybody have a choice.
My father was there as well.
Everybody have a choice. Why is this thing playing?
That's okay. You think, but that have no reflection on them. That's me being a moron.
I agree.
Yeah.
So then I can't.
So that's why I agree with Sean to say
blame, you can't blame. You can't say your parenting.
I agree to some extent.
He changed his style a little bit.
I changed it a little bit.
But you see, the thing is, it was never my standpoint.
Yeah,
because I was presenting you I was telling you what me and the girl
yeah.
was talking about, and that's why she was like, yeah, if you have this opinion, I agree with her to some degree, because like you can't be saying if it's a failure, you gotta try your best to keep her off the pole. And like if you consider it as you fail because she's on the pole, then you gotta make sure that your hustle is in such a point that you making sure that she never needs to go there.
Yeah.
Because in the interview, the chick self was saying like, Charlemagne, your daughter probably not gonna end up on the pole. Envy, your daughter not gonna end up on the pole. Like, we know y'all people got money and shit. Generally speaking, you ain't who gonna fall into the situation. But it's the people from low income situation that's still in that situation that might not be in a position to change.
I've never heard somebody from the suburbs say, I'm gonna go be a stripper.
You'll probably hear them say it now though.
Boy, with the money they're making, cash.
You'd probably
what Bernie said? Somebody buy her Bentley? Like who? That again.
I watched
vagina
that.
is the
I watched that interview and I ain't gonna lie.
You actually watch it? I couldn't do it. I was why am I listening to this person talk 50 minutes? What do you have to say for 50 minutes?
I watched half of it and I stopped. I was like,
I watched all of it. I watched all of it. You know why?
No, I'm not doing this for 50 minutes.
Because as a business,
I'm not getting that time back.
As a business person, I like to see how everybody come up. Because she got more money than me.
True.
That necessarily mean I'm going to do exactly what she doing.
Yeah, but we obviously know how she come up. I don't have to watch the interview to know that.
but
we know how she come up.
You know what?
You know what I find is body work, people buy her Bentleys, hosting parties because of her body work.
Is she taking her child with it? That's what I find is a little crazy. She kind of not. Like her child, she have a daughter.
Say like she don't know about it or something.
No,
like
but
that.
her daughter already did. If I'm not mistaken, somebody correct.
Scandal, yeah.
Somebody correct me if I was wrong. But she had work done to her body already.
Yeah, but this is the world we live in.
This girl must be at least 21, 22. You had stuff done to your body. You didn't even finish growing completely yet.
So, question: anti-plastic surgery then?
Super anti. Super duper anti.
Every situation, or like, okay, let me rephrase. Are you for cosmetic surgery?
What's cosmetic surgery?
Like your nose.
I against all of that.
Yeah, I against all that.
The reason why I say
unless it's necessary.
The reason why I create say the distinction, make the difference then is because there's cosmetic surgery, which is all of those things that is literally like makeup type of thing, just purely aesthetic purposes, and then there's other forms of plastic surgery that might be reconstructive surgery. If you're a burn victim, if you was in a serious accident or something like that, and you getting plastic surgery so you can look like a person again, or look like
that's different. That's a different context.
You ain't doing it out of vanity.
That's why I asked the question, because I mean,
if you do it
sound like an idiot to be like you're against reconstructive surgery to somebody who clearly needs it because you was through something traumatic or horrible or whatever, and you need to be.
That's a necessity. Yeah. We talking about doing this for purely looks wise.
Yeah, I so anti that.
I against that.
My question, why go to the Bible? I know it's not exactly the same, but isn't it though?
I just don't want to deal with locks. So that's why I go to the Bible. I don't got the patience for that.
Like when you think of it, for example, why do you go to the gym? I understand, like the gym, you want to improve your body or whatever, you want to work on it, you go to the gym, you work out. Something happens.
Why doesn't everyone go to the gym?
But would you not call that more maintaining than enhancing?
Why shortcut?
Cosmetic surgery is you enhancing. No, that kind of them plastic surgery thing is enhancing.
And then if you go to the gym and pretend like we've been about this gym.
That's all. That's all. If you go to the gym itself, that's just you working with your own body. You working with what goes with you, whether it's from how you eating to what you working out to how you working out. You dealing with that. If you go for cosmetic surgery, exactly, you go cosmetic surgery. That's you dealing with a whole bunch. That's a whole different thing.
Generally speaking, if something in your life isn't going the way you want, and you feel that person that person has the power, is in a position to make a change and do something about it, should the person not do it? If
it's their choice, they can do what they want.
How you do it?
If you're fat, you're unhappy. If you
their choice.
I find it's how you do it, how you go about it, because like Cynthia saying, is your choice, right?
It don't even matter how they do it. If they choose to do it, then they could do it. But me personally, I bring
up Cardi B again. Like Cardi B is a perfect example of that. It's like she's had certain things done, but her teeth was something that she was thinking about, and was like, I don't know if I should or not.
I give her mad respect for that.
And it's like
that's a lot of money now.
That's a lot of, and I give her mad respect, but.
No, but what I was saying
is fixing her teeth good out. Like, how is that different than plastic surgery?
But
to
that's
something?
what I'm
I understand it might be like an extra step or something. There's a surgery involved or whatever, and for that seems like something.
It's their choice. No, me personally, I have nothing again. I ain't gonna hate you more if you do plastic surgery. You understand? I just ain't gonna glorify you. If you understand what I'm saying. If you go on my Instagram, I don't follow any Instagram models. My Explore page is pure fitness gym stuff. Because that's just me. I don't Number two, again, I don't have a problem with any girl wearing makeup. Do your thing. I prefer a girl without makeup. That's just me. I'm strictly natural. I believe if the universe make you a way,
the makeup is the devil.
No, I'm about to say it. It's
Makeup
society.
is the devil.
It's society.
Okay.
Society is the reason for a lot of these
I
girls.
will continue to play devil advocate on that same point with the
hold
makeup
on.
thing.
So society is a reason for a lot of these girls wanting to do this. Again, you go on the Instagram page, you see these girls popping.
Time out. Let's be real. It's not society. It's man.
If you do
society,
it's
man
easy
is a
for
part of
it's
society.
easy
Yeah,
for-
but
it's
it's,
easy
I was
for Alicia
specifically
Keys.
man, Judge.
It's easy for Alicia Keys to be out here championing this no makeup
'Cause she
thing. And
fine.
I'm free. Plus,
Okay,
I was
and then who
naturally-
defines her being fine? Society. It
I
all
was not-
falls back on
Yeah.
society. What is fine? Your
Blemish
definition
free.
of fine.
Blemish free.
Your
That's the
definition of
wide-
fine
that's the
is
widely
different.
agreed upon.
Your
ain't saying-
definition
I
of
ain't
fine
saying
is
everybody.
different. Exactly.
I ain't saying fine.
So
I'm
unless you
talking
have a
about fine. I'm
consistent,
talking about when it comes to having nice skin and pretty, being
Dog,
able to do this.
Your
no makeup
definition
thing.
of pretty, because how much times that'll be like, Sean, that girl bad, and you'll be like, dude, are you serious?
Right, yeah,
you understand?
we have
So
that.
it's very subjective. So at the end of the day, it's society. To me, personally, in my opinion, I believe society, which man comes involved, because men, hip hop especially, drives the culture of what is cool to be looking like Drake say. What you say? Wait, your stomach flat, your ass on flat, but like,
Yeah.
what's that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, all that you hearing now.
Sweatpants here, tied, chilling
With no makeup on,
That's
and
when
you
you
the prettiest.
I hope that.
And then after, okay, but then guess what?
So much.
But then guess what? After Drake said that line, how much girls you see on Tumblr and on Instagram
That's what
doing
the fuck
that?
I'm saying.
No makeup on,
That's what I'm
sweatpants.
saying.
You
Like, that
understand?
particular
That's why I
line-
respect when Kendrick say, "Show me something natural like this."
But
Like,
that's why I
that
don't
was-
understand why he
Yes.
gets so much flack for that.
No, but
Because
but
in this
listen.
society, people don't want you to tell them what to do.
I feel
they
like-
feel like he was telling girls what to do.
I feel like
You
that was
understand?
stupid. That whole situation was,
It was
stupid. Not
dumb.
necessarily saying that they were unjustified in their remarks. My thing was, y'all really looking at Humble as a instance of women empowerment?
Bruh.
Are you serious?
Bruh.
Bitch, be humble. Sit down.
Sit down.
Bitch, be humble.
Shut up.
Sit down.
Shut
This
up, little
is
bitch.
the women
No.
empowerment
No,
that we
I-
looking for.
I
This
sorry.
is where you like.
Yo, don't
shit,
come to
is
me.
shit that bad out here that this is the little morsels of women empowerment
Don't-
that you're trying to look into a song that's the
Don't come-
chorus is
but
bitch
e-
be humble,
but
sit
even
down.
even that, don't come. If you don't come to me about no women empowerment bullshit, if you yourself going around calling yourself a bad bitch, stop.
Yeah,
Sit
I
down.
can't
Go
do
all the way
that.
to the left with that bullshit for me,
I
please.
can't do it.
And I sorry that goes the same with the word with the N word.
I actually trying to stop.
You
using
cannot. I'm
the
sorry.
word.
I don't care what nobody say. You as a black person, you cannot be as upset with a white person calling it if you yourself using it.
Yeah, you can.
But okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you can.
Let me retract that. Let me
Yeah,
explain
you
that.
can.
Let me explain. No, no.
I disagree.
Let
I
me
disagree
explain.
there on that for
Let
real.
me explain that. Let me rephrase that then. Let me rephrase
Clarify
that.
this.
Please,
I want you.
Let me
please.
rephrase that. Not that you can't get upset, but I find if you using it, whether it's a term of endearment or not, why are you going to keep on using it then? But yet, if somebody call you the same word, you'll get upset.
I understand. I understand.
Again,
that
but
sentiment.
wait,
understand the
but again,
hypocrisy you're
don't
trying
get
to
me
point
don't
out,
get me
but-
wrong. I understand the history of it behind the word and all that, and how it's used and stuff like that. But I mean, if you want to eradicate the period, or you don't want people using the period, then stop using it yourself. Then
Listen, I disagree with the standpoint of feeling that I can't feel offended if a white person decided to use it. But honestly, because I personally see the same hypocrisy to some degree, and I personally feel like it still is weird for me to, even though we know the history and all of that, is to me, knowing the history, why would I want to call somebody that?
but that's my thing.
I know
I ain't saying you can't get upset. I was too wrong with saying that. You can't. It's
For
a
me-
completely
We definitely
normal.
could. We could slap somebody for that.
Like-
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I almost get in a fight for it too, and I ain't even all the way black. But
Yeah, you feel
hey,
me?
Honestly, like I remember like when the first time I heard a Dutch person refer to me in that way, I honestly didn't know whether to feel offended or not, because I wasn't sure if it would like had the same connotation and it was used in the same way, or was it just a way to
Same
talk about
venom
black
of
people.
vitriol
Yeah.
towards us, yeah.
Because
but that's it. Let me ask. Okay, maybe not you, Gary, because you may not. You don't really seem like you chill around with a lot of white
no,
people.
I don't, especially not.
So then,
So that turns to me.
So yeah,
Guilda.
yeah.
You're,
So now you
you're
said-
the bridge between cultures.
you don't have no white person at all that
Yeah.
that does drop the N word
That
that you
episode
just
of
allow
Atlanta.
that you just allow it.
You see the episode of Atlanta?
The thing is, You know the funny thing is, we just always tell Outcast like, yo, you can say it. We give you like at least, we give you at least 3.
Outcast, don't do it. It's a setup.
Of course, it's a setup, nah. You're the clothing of get. We always
don't do it.
We'd be like, yo, we give you at least 3, dog. We got 3. You can get 3 off, dog. Just 3 off. You understand?
I ain't gonna say the name now because it's the first episode. Maybe if she come on one time, we'll meet it below. But we all know one female in this room. We all know one female that drop that shit like it's hot.
Yep, I know who you're talking about. Exactly.
But at the same time, she necessarily full Caucasian either. She ain't fully white.
She ain't white to me.
And she grow.
She want us that.
Yeah, okay, it's true.
She want us.
But still,
I laugh.
but
I have no idea who is being referenced right now.
why this catch me off sometimes? Because yo, suppose we in public, and all of a sudden she just what going on, nigga? Dog, other black people gonna be around.
Yo.
But she wouldn't do that though. I never see her do that.
No, she never do that. Obviously, she's a lot more intelligent than that. But I mean, that's a possible situation, and then I
was thinking
I gonna have to look and like defend that. I have to defend like, no, she cool, she mean it like that.
I ain't know about that. If she used that in front of a group of black people, you gonna have to take what you get. Like he's just saying us. You have to be mindful of that.
Why I bring that up? Why I ask that question? Because I personally, I got 2 girls, that same person that we talking about, a good friend of mine. I have another home girl that dropped it a couple times. No.
Okay.
Yeah. She's self.
Yeah,
I have another home
yeah.
girl that dropped it a couple times. I leave it. But I did bring it up in a discussion later on. But then they have a partner.
We will have to talk about that.
They have a partner now. They have a partner now that does chill with us when we go out. Full Dutch. The only white boy in the crew. This man, we was going out. We was coming back home from the club at the time. The man said it once. I was like, you know what? I say maybe I know everybody was drinking. I leave that one go. The man said it again. I was like, all right, no. Now is thing. I had to pull the man aside like, look, big man, it might be cool around us because the other partner I was with, he had no issue with it. I necessarily ain't had no issue with it because I know he mean it in no way. He was just trying to fit in. But at the same time, I believe so.
You don't know what he on.
I personally believe so. That's the way it came across. But I did leave him know, yo, you can't be saying that around anybody else or in public like that because nobody going to understand that how you taking it. They're not going to be as thing as us.
But the way you handle it, I feel like that's supposed to be handled. That situation is supposed to be handled like that more often because a lot of the times when you see white people who hang around black people use the N word, is because they feel like, oh, these are my N words. Like in a sense of not that they own us, but a term of endearment.
It's just like how we say this my partner, this is my boy, this is my nigga.
If they get too comfortable saying it, they're gonna slip up. You understand? So you have to let them know, like, look, because we give you a license to say it once every year,
coming back to my point now, do you guys not feel that
I feel like as a white person, you shouldn't even want to.
No, okay, that's true.
I personally feel like you shouldn't want to. There's no need for you.
I agree.
There's buddy, there's pal, there's friend. Like you could find every other word to use.
I agree with you.
I know many synonyms.
I agree with you.
Like,
but are you not a product of your environment? Do we not use the same slang that all our friends use?
They ain't grew up in no damn hood.
No, but they grow up around black people. So they
grew up listening to hip hop.
No, it's a lot of them grow up around black people too. So now my thing is, are we not encouraging it to a certain extent by calling it to each other?
No, because what you do is what I say that's the right thing to do. If we call it to each other, they know they can't do it. Though. I don't care what nobody say, man. Ice Cube had a great thing, even though it's kind of ignorant. I agree with him when he was like, "Yo, that's all word. If we choose to use it, we could use it. Screw all you. You can't use it."
I mean,
you understand?
I understand the sentiment that the fact that what happened give us the right, give black people the right to use that word, and I
also agree with black people that say, "Yo, just eliminate it completely."
But that's my standpoint.
Any white person that tells me, oh, but you use it to he, why I can't use it, I gonna want to hit you because you know you're being ignorant, no, you're being stupid.
Unless they really don't know.
Dog, how the hell you don't know of 300 years of slavery?
But they got
no. You know you can't tell me that.
Okay, with that, I believe they got people that are ignorant to how serious it is. And to me, my standpoint, you have to educate them, Jed. And after you educate them, if they still choose to go down that road, then that's something different. That's a choice.
Or at least what how I think it is, because this is just based on my observations, living here and stuff in the culture scene, the way Dutch people operate to some degree. I personally feel in Dutch culture there's just this arrogance and a sense that is like, listen, this is our shit. Like, we make the rules and stuff. We not gonna worry about what some minorities think. If y'all feelings hurt and stuff like that, especially when you see certain sentiments that are expressed during Zwarte Piet time.
Oh God.
Then all the racist extreme
To the Dutch people
opinions
that
and
listen
stuff
to this
like
and
that
like Zwarte Piet,
feel-
I think we're gonna leave that Zwarte Piet for our next subject, because that's a whole different subject.
Set up a Christmas episode or something.
I feel, but
it's the same thing. We don't want no outsiders. The way the arguments is like, there's just a small community, a small group of black people that don't like Zwarte Piet. That's the way that oftentimes the arguments are portrayed from the Dutch perspective.
A lot
It's
of
like,
white Dutch people don't like it
it's
either.
just
Yeah, a lot of white Dutch people don't like it. Like, I'm surprised, actually.
and they have to be educated because of
Definitely.
how insulated and how normalized it is within the society that they don't even see it as racist.
Prejudice and racism in the Netherlands is so
It's
normalized.
normalized. It's just the way
that
things
they
are.
would think is cool. You understand? They would think is. I had a white friend.
But I don't think that's in the States too. Like, not necessarily just in Netherlands.
They know enough
They
to
know
not
enough
celebrate
because over there,
Zwarte Piet like that.
yeah.
But in Europe, generally speaking, there's not as much media exported on the mainstream, on a global scale, as it is with the US and stuff like that. So it's like,
So you feel like that's what they're gonna do? Like,
only with this, I feel
But
like with the
that's why
social media
go
era,
ahead.
with the social media era is what really made the Zwarte Piet thing explode and have the conversation
I was
speeding
gonna
up.
I was
Actually
gonna
change
ask
a little
that.
bit too.
I was gonna ask
because
that.
now you have CNN doing
I was gonna ask
documentaries
that.
on it.
Exactly.
You got UK
Russell
BBC.
Brand
yeah.
was talking about
You know
it.
what I mean?
Russell
So
Brand.
no, you see,
It's being
now you
shown
pressure
now.
Holland to stop looking like a dick.
Exactly.
You understand? Now it's
People,
like
it was just enclosed, and only Dutch people and only Dutch black people would see it and possibly know about it or see it as an issue and stuff like that. But now it's like the world just seeing like, yo,
you guys are
can't be
dicks.
doing blackface in like
You guys are
2017 and stuff like that, and y'all still run around in blackface and trying to say that this is not racist.
And then saying we tolerate. Like, bro,
no, but
are
you
you
see,
serious?
what I personally don't understand is how the Dutch people could say they don't see how it's racist.
That's my thing.
The normalization of the
Yes,
racism.
exactly. They grew up with it.
That's-
Not from
that's what I
young. This
don't
is a thing.
understand.
This is a thing from birth. Zwarte Piet is something for the kids, dog. So you grew up
But you see,
seeing blackface as a
that's
normal
why
thing.
racism. That nobody can tell me racism ain't taught.
But racism is taught.
We all know that.
You're not born racist. You're taught racism. It's simple as that. If you watch the episode of
they took Get Out to make some people distrust white
Hey,
people. If it
I
wasn't
ain't
for
gonna lie
Get
though.
Out,
I ain't not gonna lie though.
if you never see Get Out, you might think, you know,
I had
any of
people
them-
message me like, "Yo, Guilda, you safe, dog?"
Big man, I ain't gonna, again, I ain't gonna lie. If Sent have to come and tell me, yo, I going away for the weekend, I'm gonna have to check on him every day because
Yeah,
I sorry that kind of trip me.
Paranoid
Any
now.
of my partners now
my
got a white
girl
woman. That's
don't
it.
like that movie. You know? I'd be like, well, you can't blame us. Like, it's funny. I'd be like, yo, why white people feel offended? We make fun of y'all once.
This
Like
is
once.
this is
Bye,
how
bye.
this is how all Muslims feel when they was watching that American Sniper movie, talking about whoever he was that was the most decorated sniper in U.S. military history and all of that stuff. The dude from Shooter at the end of the way was
Yeah,
Shooter American
Bobby-
Sniper.
Bobby
Bobby
Swagger.
Swagger.
Bobby Swagger. That was.
That was
Shooter.
That's
Sniper.
shooter.
Shooter.
No,
Yeah.
shooter.
But I remember American Sniper had get a whole lot of backlash and stuff when that movie had
The
come
guy
out
was
because
Muslim, right?
no, because it's just the way that they was depicting Muslims in general as just like straight up terrorists.
Nah, but the
and
way
all of that,
Hollywood
and
been depicting
it was like-
Muslims. If you have anybody with an accent from over these sides as Muslim,
yeah, but just
terrorist.
aside from that, it wasn't just like the depiction, but also just it was kind of normalizing the killing of Arab Muslim people, I guess.
I don't know,
whatever
but
it was.
I personally find if you don't like the word, you don't want it to be called to you, you shouldn't be using it. That's like women and bitch. How you going to tell me that you a feminist, you this and you that, but you there going on?
You's
Oh yeah,
a
I's a bad bitch. Oh yeah,
You's a bad bitch.
Nah, come on, man.
Oh,
Come on, man.
Go best friend. That's my best friend. You's a
Like
bad
the Dutch people, they say,
bitch.
come up now.
Yeah, come up, man. Do
listen,
normal, huh?
I agree with you to some degree. And as I was saying, I agree with you on that part with regarding the hypocrisy. Like, don't get offended and stuff like that while using it. I kind of understand that, and that's why I personally decide, or at least, like,
I would understand it completely if you take the 300 years of slavery out, or more, even more. If slavery wasn't involved, I'd be like, okay,
But
I
then,
understand.
but you see,
I understand
but then it wouldn't make no sense because if slavery wasn't involved, then it wouldn't be a
But
problem.
I'm saying if slavery wasn't there, but the word somehow was just invented,
It
then
wouldn't
I
be a
would-
big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the fact that slavery is there, don't tell me why but he does it, so why I can't. You know why you can't.
Like-
stop being ignorant.
But you see, a lot of people don't.
feel
They
like
don't understand what a word like the detriment that word actually means, like where it comes from. This
I don't
thing
know
of it and
about
stuff
argue
like
But I personally not trying to. I almost eliminate bitch out of my vocabulary.
I don't say it,
there.
nigga.
I
mean,
say queen. You understand?
No,
I just say
not
queen.
everybody's
I just say
queens. I'm
queen.
sorry.
No, I'm sorry because I feel like if I could, even if the girl who just don't see herself as that, if I could just keep telling her like, yo, you're a queen, you might change your perspective. You might be helping some way.
Right now,
and
some
nigga,
people don't
I try to
deserve.
replace with king, but you know, it's hard. Nigga, it's hard because we listen to rap every day.
I
I
think because
honestly,
I never
feel
had
like
a problem saying that.
That is my biggest reason of embracing the term nigga. If it wasn't for rap,
yeah,
if I didn't like rap as much as I like rap and listen to rap as much as I listen to rap, I probably would have never used that because it's not something that is like. But it's not part of Caribbean. It's not part of our culture.
I'm gonna say if you talk to a Rastafarian, I never hear like
even
a real
so,
Rastafarian
why
say
that
the
shit
word
is not
nigga.
that's not part of Semitic
Okay,
culture.
but
We just adapt that.
But even now, like, why use a period then?
Honestly, in
been
all of my recent music, like it's in my old music, I can't do nothing but that. But in
Okay.
all of my music from like this point on and
You cut
stuff like
it out.
that, the word bitch and nigga, if you listen, like most of my
never
stuff
used it.
don't cuss.
Okay.
Like a lot of my, I remember Guilda giving me this advice like early on and stuff, like telling me like, yo, you
Okay.
don't cuss a lot in your music. It makes it seem like
No.
there's less vocabulary or like you have a limited vocabulary and
That's
stuff
what
like
it is
that.
in general,
and
yeah.
from then, I wouldn't say from then, not that moment, but
That's what made you realize it.
that's part of it, yeah. But
But then, so now, do you use that in your everyday speech then?
No.
Do you use it, bitch, and you don't use that either?
bitch, no.
I cut now.
For no reason.
Well,
Like,
then you see, then
most
that's
of the
good.
females that I just chill with never warranted me to use that term.
Yeah, exactly.
They never did
No,
nothing that I
no,
felt
I
was
know-
in
yo,
line with the actions of a bitch or whatever, so I never called them.
I'm
that.
not even talking about the people that you had to be around. Like, for instance, you did
I have a song called "Bitch I Give You Life," and I made that song because the beat was called "Bitch I Give You Life," and I was like, I don't know what to make the song about, so I made the song. The song, nobody even heard the song. The song isn't out. I still don't even know if I can put out the song because of the fact that
Nah, you're on a different level now.
yeah,
may
it
want
just
to.
makes me. It feels like it's not really. I don't feel that way necessarily about it.
But I really feel like just cutting out the word bitch and nigga out your vocabulary and replacing it with queen and king, like, you might not think it does anything, but the same way it takes years for us to get programmed to normalize nigga and bitch, it starts somewhere. If you don't start, it things. So I feel like that is my little way of contribution to the empowering of our people.
It's good. It's good. I
understand?
just don't find.
My alternative more was brother. Like at least I feel like there's to describe a person
I was on
in
that, but
a rap
I
song.
had to like turn that down loosely. So it's like,
my brother got
Can't be
different
trying
meaning.
now.
They got different meaning for us to check it.
Yeah, we gotta be trying.
But that's where like homie or what going on boy, or what going on fellow. I mean, like you said, they got a whole bunch of different words in the vocabulary that you could use.
And
That's not
honestly,
nigga
like,
is not. It doesn't. It's not necessary to
My
use.
biggest thing for it was like, yo, if Eminem could do it, have you ever heard like in the amount of rap that this man has made, the amount of words that Eminem has recited? Have you ever once?
The most in the world in history.
Nah.
Have you once heard this man say the N word? And I'm
Never.
like, yo, if this man could do it, why can't I not do the same thing? Why do I need to put the N word in every other line?
That's
but
no
that's
way.
my shit.
Still, nigga. JC told you what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
JC told you exactly
I
what it
understand that.
was.
I understand
Still, nigga. Okay.
It don't matter, and I get that.
You feel me? So.
I don't get that. I don't get that reference.
By the
Oh,
story of
he
OJ,
don't-
that
he
big
don't listen to Jay.
song.
He don't listen to
Nah,
Jay-Z.
That big song.
I
Yeah,
not-
even
I
that
You need
song.
to listen to it, dog.
And
The
I'm a
The
fan
album,
of
the
Jay-Z.
album is, I'm not a Jay-Z fan, but the album is dope.
album is
If
what
you
black
if you
people
appreciate
need.
quality rap music, with the actually talking about some sensible stuff, you can't hate
I mean,
on this album. I feel
everybody picking it up. I just not a person. To
I
say
feel like the
don't
only
say that.
legitimate.
Give it a try.
I feel like the
Give
only
it a try.
legitimate critique about this album is the delivery. I feel like that is the only thing that you can be put off by from this album, because there are moments where you literally just feel like he's talking. And if you come looking for rap self, like that sounds like somebody is rapping that you following the metronome, you riding the beat, you might take issue with some of the delivery, some of the flows on certain songs.
No, I could defend him by saying maybe the reason he do that is because of the content he was talking about. You have in this day and age, you can't be talking about how to own a business, how to buy stocks in like hardcore, like intricate rap. Because people the young kids don't know what it is. If you spoon feed it to them, like you take your drug money, reinvest it into the neighborhood. That's how you rinse it.
Sad enough. It's sad.
But there was some way he's literally not even on beat, dog, and that's more.
Yeah, the thing with the Dumbo piece.
like,
it's bad enough. It's bad enough that people, black people in specific, need somebody like Jay-Z to tell them what the fuck to do.
yeah,
That alone is
I get
bad enough.
I get that sentiment, but I I
when
honestly,
there has been people been saying that for years.
I share that sentiment to some degree, but I still feel that it was necessary because the impact, the influence that Jay-Z holds over all of them other people who've been saying it.
And the
They
influence
not
that
Jay-Z.
hip-hop have in general.
But I mean,
They not
all
Jay-Z,
the influence Jay-Z have on hip hop.
Not, but
All
I
of
would
that,
say
all of that.
I would say it's more because remember hip-hop
As much as I don't
started.
like him, the man's a legend.
Hip-hop
Yeah,
started as a way for the people in the inner
We've been
cities
talking
back in
2
the
hours
days
now,
too.
2 hours and 7 minutes. Just keep in mind,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
continue.
yeah. I was just saying that hip hop was started in a way for the people in the inner cities to express what was going on and express their frustrations.
Yeah.
Get
So,
on news.
but
The
a lot of people
impact
don't hip hop
and-
ain't just music.
What's the
It's
guy-
it's dance and all that.
What's the
yeah.
guy? Reverend.
I'll-
No. Oh my God, he's the one of the Nation of Islam, Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan, right? He self said, hip hop is the most
Powerful
tool
right now.
to affect change, because that's all the young kids listen to. So if
way he gets
you
the
would
chains on board.
listen to Michelle Obama saying don't go on stripper pole, or Cardi B saying don't go on stripper pole, you gonna listen to Cardi B because Cardi B
She
was
been
on
there.
the pole, and now
You could tell me the real about what a stripper pole life is
Michelle
like.
Obama can't tell
don't know.
me why he can't be on a stripper pole.
Yeah, alright.
You
I see what
understand?
you mean with that.
If you identify with the culture, you're more inclined to listen. So
It
that's
was
why.
the same thing with talking about the Jesse Williams stuff earlier.
then-
like,
Yeah, that.
but then-
somebody that looks like you telling you will that message will resonate with you more. You will gravitate towards it, feel
But
it
why?
more.
But my question is then, why it have to look like me?
Somebody you could relate to. It doesn't always have to necessarily
Not
look
to say
like
look like you
but
because Michelle Obama look like us, but somebody you can relate to. A lot of girls can't relate to Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama ain't going through a lot of hood struggles that all these girls going through. But
Yeah,
Cardi
okay.
B been through it and now she winning. So if Cardi B tell a young girl like, yo, I ain't gonna judge you if you're stripping now. If you're stripping, do your thing, but just know there's more to
There's more
that.
to it.
You can go. They gonna listen to her because like, wow, Cardi saying it is true. You understand? That's
I don't know.
it's
I
powerful like that.
feel that they have a lot other
would
people.
you listen? Would you take financial advice from me being a broke dude versus somebody who got millions? What would resonate more with you and hold more weight to you? Not that financial advice.
But you see,
I would trust the dude who got money. If he like,
But
if
that-
you don't got
but
money,
you
you
see-
can't tell me how to get money.
But you see, but that's my thing in general, because they got people that's been saying that come from the ghetto, that's been in place, it was placing these rappers, but nobody listening to it. But the fact now that Jay-Z saying it, oh, everybody's on this woke shit. That's fuckery.
Honestly,
no, it's not fuckery.
honestly-
Jay-Z is the top. If not, it's only what? It's 3 people who gonna be billionaires. Dr. J's done a billionaire. Diddy on the way if he not there already, and Jay-Z.
I don't think Dr. J billionaire yet.
Yes, with
Yeah.
the beats by Dre.
But
Apple.
They didn't put him over.
Nah, he wasn't thing. He didn't
It was
actually
like
make the billion.
3.2, and then after taxes, it went to like 1.5,
It
and
was-
then based on his share in the company, it was something that put him somewhere around 800 and 900 million. So he was still just under
So
the
you
billion
telling
after
me,
the Apple
and
deal.
mind
Maybe
you,
by now,
I was about to say
maybe
by now he's a
now.
billionaire.
after
now.
the Defiant ones,
You
and still
understand?
Apple still been doing the thing and all of that.
And his
By
other
now.
business endeavors, he's and the NWA movie.
Yeah.
Like,
By
come on.
now,
But-
probably.
But you see,
I don't know.
But I guess my whole point in asking these questions is, why does it matter where the knowledge come from? Once the knowledge is there,
Because in society,
Listen,
if
my
it
mother
resonates with you-
told me a lot of things that I didn't listen to because she was my mother. Just literally based on the fact that you.
so
was
you
my
never
mother,
you never keep it in mind or in the back
like,
of your
listen,
head
there's
or
a
like.
lot of listen. I don't mean I disregard everything my mother tells
No,
me. But
I
I mean,
know that, but I mean-
growing up and stuff, there's certain things. There's a point in time. It's like you don't want to be around your associate with mother as much and stuff like that. At least I went through that phase then.
Everybody,
and then it's
teenager.
like, yeah.
But that goes back to what we were saying
And then the
earlier.
importance of friends, the opinions of friends, and what they're saying and stuff like that matter a lot more than what your mother's saying. And they
Yeah.
could be saying literally the same thing your mother said, but it's like it just made so much more sense when this person said it.
That goes back to what we were saying earlier.
If you
It's-
ready for the message-
it's how you package it. Everything
too.
is how you package it, and resonation is big. So if you package a positive message and it comes from Michelle Obama to the girl in the hood, she's not going to understand it because Michelle Obama don't resonate with her. But if you package it and it come from Jay-Z, who used to sell dope and could tell you how to rinse your money properly, then it's like, I gonna listen to you. You understand? Barack Obama could be up there all the time. We need to do better as black people. No, it sound cool. He's a good speaker, but we ain't listening to you, dog. But if Jay-Z say it, if Dr. Dre say it, if Diddy
America's
say
president,
it,
not black people president.
you understand? So it's
As
like,
that certain people in certain circles say regarding Mr. Obama. But yeah,
at the
that's
end of the
another
day,
discussion.
Bob Marley been saying this for how long? Since back then. And it's like,
Right, because I mean they got people. Killer Mike been preaching the same shit Jay-Z been saying for years.
yeah, but Killer Mike don't have the platform as Jay-Z. Killer Mike don't own his own streaming site. Killer Mike don't have billions. Like Killer Mike is not on that level. If Jay-Z say it,
You know how much
he's
people
winning.
said exactly the same thing Jesse Williams said in that speech? You know how many people?
I
if
could imagine.
If you deep in the conscious community, you know how many? Like that's average conversation. What this man was
Dr.
saying.
Umar Johnson, everybody.
maybe I just
That's basic conversation
We was
what
talking
this man
about.
was
We was
saying.
talking about he too.
You
Dr.
can save
Umar,
that for another
but yeah,
episode.
that's another.
that is another
Oh God,
podcast.
that's a whole episode on its own. Because this man, oh
His
God.
views, but yeah.
But by I guess in
It's all
general,
about who it coming from, Joe.
but I guess that's how it
We are,
makes
I feel
sense.
like we
How it
are
makes
guilty
sense.
to it
I can't
to some degree.
I can't deny.
I'm sure there's some moment in life that you heard a message from
Oh,
two
yeah.
different people,
Yeah.
but it just resonated more coming
But
from a
I-
certain
I
person.
still say-
You didn't want to hear what this person was saying.
I never claimed to be the smartest person in the world. I mean, I do my dumb shit too. I was just saying in general, it don't make sense. It just don't make sense.
A lot of stuff don't make sense.
Okay,
but
I find that's a good way to end it.
yeah,
But-
Way
yeah.
to wrap it up.
Yeah,
But-
I feel like we've been doing this for a while. I think it's about that time. So we appreciate everybody that made it through
Yes,
to the end. If
Hey.
you did make it through to the end,
we appreciate you.
Big ups, and still we would like you to comment, like, share,
Share
give
your
us know what you think
opinions
about
on-
it.
Yeah, or what you
Yes.
think could change, what you could improve.
Yeah.
all of that.
All
And
that.
make sure, support the homie Guilda. Check out all the music on Spotify,
More stuff
SoundCloud,
coming
wherever. I think you know how to plug yourself. I should need to do.
I was just gonna say, dog. Do
we
you
gotta
think
thank you for coming through and being,
Thank you very much.
Instagram, Facebook, let them know where they can find you?
Well, listen, just type
everything will be posted. We'll probably put
The
it in
link
link in the description down below and stuff
But
like
like
that.
they say, all my music, well, the two new music songs I have now, Hold Up and Big Man Thing, is available on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, all these type of stuff. Music videos just go on
Winning Deezer
YouTube.
as well?
Yeah, I think so.
What? Deezer, true.
Hey, when you sign to a label, shit wins.
Okay,
So,
okay,
it's
then
just-
I feel it.
as far as videos, YouTube, type in Guilda, you can find my stuff. Other than that, you gonna hear more
One
from
last
me.
question. Any other visuals coming soon? Like I know you got to you're working on the
I'm
EP
planning
and
on
stuff.
I'm planning on it, but I still working on
You want to
network.
make no announcements and things.
No, it didn't even die. It's just I ain't got no money to do it. I'm a student.
I feel it, I
I
feel
have
it.
zero money to do it. Right now, I have a link where I could get a video shot for 400 each, which ain't bad. But it is to get 400 euros.
Yeah.
400 don't sound like a lot until you have to actually get it.
Why?
So
Yeah,
it got,
I understand.
it got more visuals coming, but like I said, I don't worry about the visuals in the future. For all I know, tomorrow somebody might see my performance online and like, yo, I just want to shoot your videos for free. So if
I mean, one can only hope.
that's just how I live in it. So
Man.
just continue.
For those that are up here, don't forget if are you really interested and want to support not only Guilda but the whole island vibe, you check out Encore Festival the 19th of August.
Yes, sir.
Backyard is
Backyard stage.
Backyard stage.
It's gonna be nothing but island and African vibes. You got the homie Maarten, you got Mr. Vegas, you got Christopher Maarten, you got DJ Big Boss and MC So Hype straight out to St. Maarten.
Yes, bigging up the SM crew them.
Jamrock song gonna be in there live and thing mashing up the place.
I heard it, Maarten J.A. here.
It's Jamrock song it is. You know what I
Right,
mean? So-
again, appreciate all y'all that finished it through. Well, listen all the way through. Again, like, comment, leave us know what y'all think, and thank you for listening to the Link Up.
Yes. And with that, we're out.